What's up, weirdo? Shade Tree Surgeon here with the one, the only, from the future.
Me, it's Cami Bay.
Back at you with another video, and today we really are from the future. We're finally upgrading. People are gonna say we sold out.
We didn't do that because our shit is whack.
So we got some nicer stuff. We've been working with the most old school stuff ever. I have not upgraded us from the GoPro Hero 4 for the past 10 years.
And honestly, I just didn't even say anything about it because he knew how they worked and I didn't want him to have to learn how to use them.
So I'm a Luddite drinking Luddite juice when it comes to technology.
He hates cameras, hates them.
I need my cameras to do one thing, and they always want to make them do 10 things.
Like this?
Now, yeah, exactly. Check that one out on a different website. Now we've got the DJI with wireless mics. This will be our very first time trying them out. And what better day to do it than on the giveaway bike. Miami device here, the Square Grouper. And you know, we're gonna go for a ride with Cami Bay.
What am I riding?
What do you mean you don't want to ride on the back? You're too good to ride on the back?
I don't gotta ride on the back.
I got you covered. I got something for you to ride. You just wait right here.
He doesn't know yet. Watch this.
Don't worry, I got something a little more your speed.
You need help?
No, I don't need help. I'm a big, strong man. See, I can push it all by myself.
Good boy.
Very strong.
Well, if you didn't put the wrong oil in my Ducati, I could ride my Ducati.
Quiet, you.
I'm just saying, if you'd help me fix the fuel injectors, I could ride the CBR.
We have another giveaway motorcycle that's a little more Cami sized.
It is.
Isn't this perfect?
It is Cami size. It's a baby. Joshua, I think I would get in trouble on this. Oh God. Oh my God, it's like one of those little like pocket rockets. Ow, that shit's hot. Oh my. We'll ride these on the street.
Yeah, it's street legal.
Josh,
Yeah.
I'm not riding this.
What do you mean you're not riding that? Did you change your mind? You want to ride on the back of the Miami device?
You're gonna ride this.
Wait, what?
Yeah, and I'm gonna ride Miami device.
Hold on. All right, let's turn the cameras off. We need to talk about this.
Okay.
Okay, maybe I deserve to ride the monkey. I mean, it's badass, so we're not talking crap about it. The thing is sick, but I was just walking around looking at my phone for like 10 minutes while Cami sat out here sweating.
Ever.
You gotta piss real hard so the girls know you got a big thing, okay? You can pick it up, I believe in you. Go ahead, one more try. Cami,
Right.
use your strength.
Oh my God. Are you holding it? Don't hold it.
Okay, okay. Look, you did it.
Oh my God, did you help me?
No,
Stop fucking with me, man.
I'm not fucking with you.
All right. Be out of breath by the time I get on it. Did I do it by myself?
Yeah, of course you did it by yourself.
Okay.
Nice necklace. You know how I know you a player? You know how I know you got slurs yelled at you when you were a kid? That same thing.
There's a big ass turtle in the yard. Where is he? I'm gonna bring him something to eat.
Well, I'll be riding the Grom if anyone even cares. How does this always end up happening to me? I mean, honestly, I don't care. This thing is sick. I'm going. This was built and donated by good friend of Forgotten Angels, Zeus, God of Thunder. And you know what? I know Cami's out there trying to demasculate me, but I don't care, dude. This monkey is rock hard. I don't give one hell or one damn. Listen up, the babes see you pull up on a monkey, they know you ain't got nothing to prove, alright? They know you be pissing real hard with that thing. Uh-oh. I might be a real hard pisser, but I don't think I'm keeping up with Cami Bay right now. Doesn't matter, I'm looking good while I do it. And Cami's now waiting for me to catch up. I'm a-coming. Fast for love, baby. Dude, you look hard as a concrete dildo on that thing. What? Yeah, it looks tough as nails. The Miami device fits you. That bike fits you really well.
I have to shift, and then when I get done, I have to slide all the way.
I know, there's room for you and one more of you on the front seat on that thing. Uh-oh. Don't worry, you still look cool. just not quite as cool. Both the Honda Monkey and the Miami Device, well, not just a Honda Monkey, we gotta call it by its proper title. Something that's this badass, it ain't just a Honda Monkey. Baby, this is Mighty Joe Young. Both getting given away with 100% of the proceeds going to benefit Forgotten Angels, young men and women who've aged out of the foster care system, and we're pulling a ticket for this monkey or the Buell M2 Cyclone next week. Or actually, by the time this video comes out, just a few days. Actually, by the time this video comes out, less than 24 hours. This video is coming out on Tuesday, May 20th, and we're pulling an early winner tomorrow, Wednesday, May 21st. So if you like to wait to the last minute to buy a ticket, now is the time. Click that link down below. We're pulling an early winner for the monkey or the Buell tomorrow, live on the Shade Tree Surgeon channel. So if you haven't bought a ticket yet, now's the time, baby, now's the time. And if you're worried about not looking tough on a monkey, well, first off, you shouldn't worry about it. This thing is awesome. You be having way too much fun to worry about looking tough, but regardless, hell man, Cammy Bay will still ride with you. Hey baby, you ever got your asshole licked by a fat man on a monkey? No, huh?
Stop talking. I don't think so.
Don't worry, I'm a gentleman, I'll help. You ain't going nowhere, I got you. Well, hold it 1 second. Okay, now I can help.
So you can look at my ass.
Hey, you know, I gotta get something out of this. You're not gonna fall. Probably. This is how much of a gentleman I am right now. For my sweet angel, Cammy Bay.
Precious baby nugget.
Up here at Voodoo Valrico, the closest bar to Forgotten Angels, by the way. I got a Taco Supreme. I love that Mexican lager has become a style that's getting popular because I love it. And Cammy Bay got the love child.
Those are my tits, not my face.
Okay, well, you know, I apologize for nothing.
And they're gonna make us pancetta, and they're gonna make us polenta.
I got a shirt, even though I'm gonna cut it like right here, because you already know what time it is with these.
Come on, reach a little harder. You could ask, you got a voice.
Fucking helped me.
First up is polenta, which I've never had before. Gorgonzola drizzle. Listen up, baby. I don't know how it tastes, but it looks real good.
Oh my God.
What's the verdict, kiddo?
You always know something's gonna be good when you get a recommendation from the owner, and my man here has not let us down yet.
I know.
Holy crap.
Are you suckling it?
That was good.
I know.
Delicious.
This is his family recipe. So
Sicilian.
so you made it unscathed. You're not fat.
Slaps.
So we'll say thank you, not just for the recommendation, but
Thanks to your mom. Or your grandma, whoever originally came up with it. We're getting comfort food from all angles right now, both from America and from Italy. We got house-made pancetta, Romano cheese sauce, and then a bourbon glazed pork chop over mashed potatoes. I'm gonna need a nap after this one, kiddo. I don't know about you. Have you practiced that in the mirror at home or what? Is it good? All right, feed me a little bit. Talks me into it. This is not on the menu all the time, right? Valrico's coming up, man. It used to be the only place out here that did stuff like this that was Stein and Vine. My man over here at Voodoo has come in swinging, dude.
Yo, it's hot. I'm telling you. Lava.
Damn, that's so freaking good. Delicious.
I know.
Dude, people just don't do pork chops on the menu anymore, man. I feel like you find it at the crappiest restaurants and nobody does pork chops anymore. And I love pork chops. Pork chops is such a staple of me being a kid. And it used to be something that you would go to a restaurant, get a really nice pork chop, and it just, maybe nobody does it because they think it's lowbrow or something. If you've ever met us, you know we ain't highbrow, but lowbrow done highbrow. That's our speed. What's the verdict? It's bringing our Indiana out.
Oh my God.
It looks good as fuck. So it's plated really well. No smears, nothing weird, but it's also heaped on there in a way that something that's plated that well shouldn't be. Usually when it's heaped on, that's something you do at home, but heaping it on and having it plated well is an excellent highbrow, lowbrow combo that, if you couldn't tell from the size of me, I love.
I made my apples. It did. It did.
I don't make the rules, I just work here. Serve me up a bite, baby.
I put the whole thing in my mouth. You're gonna do the same thing?
Well, of course. Make me the perfect bite. Is that what you did? You did all that too?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's getting scary now. All right, don't hurt me. I'm gonna have to open wide for this one.
Don't choke. Don't choke. Don't choke. Dude, it's so good. It's so good. I told you
Oh
a
my
lot.
God.
It's so good. Right, I told you. I almost
Delicious.
choked. Yeah.
Dude, it's out of control. It's so good.
When the meal's so good, you got to take the owner for a ride. I love it, dude.
Thank you for feeding us.
I feel fancy. You're carrying all my bags for me, too?
Well, I got the box.
If they need to know one thing about you, it's that you got the box. What's up? Is that sinking in the asphalt? Hoodoo Voodoo, who knew? This is our new go-to spot. Not only is the management pretty damn cool, but the food is just as good. The food's good enough that even if the management sucked, we'd still be coming here. Damn, freaking Cami Bay on the glide. If I knew she was gonna look that good on the glide, I might have willingly jumped on the monkey. Again, I'm not talking crap about the little monkey, dude. This bike is awesome. But if I'd known it was gonna be like this, I would have volunteered. Instead, I got voluntold. I wonder if I'm talking to you guys right now through this mic and literally none of it's coming out. I have no idea how this DJI is gonna how it's gonna do. Riding around two cool motorcycles with Cami Bay? Yeah, I would have done it anyway, whether you guys got to see it or not. I always hope I get to share it with y'all, but it's not required. I say that with all love. The thing about YouTube ceased to exist tomorrow. It wouldn't change what I do, except I wouldn't worry about cameras anymore.
Back in the office after reviewing some of the footage, I gotta be honest with you, I tried a few different settings, but I'm not exactly super happy with how the sound is coming out on the wireless DJI mic. Really is a shame, because this little thing is such an elegant solution. It really would be nice if it worked. I can't blame it for not working. You've got it right next to your mouth like this, and you're yelling inside an enclosed space over wind noise and motorcycle noise. Like, it's not crazy that this doesn't work. Now, if it had a little more adjustments, it might. And certainly they have adjustments if you use the receiver, but if you use the receiver, it's not a wireless receiver. That receiver would have to be plugged into the DJI with a 3.5mm, defeating the entire purpose. Maybe later on down the road, they'll come out with some kind of firmware update that allows you to adjust the gain on this. But right now with this mini mic Bluetooth connected to the Osmo 5, there is no ability to adjust the gain or anything like that. Like, you have no adjustments whatsoever. Unless somebody out there can prove me wrong, in which case I'd love to hear about it. So I'm going back to my original mics that I've been using for years. They're just $5 freaking laptop mics off of Amazon. Buddy Bezos next day specials. They just happen to work really well in close proximity to your face in a closed environment. However they're set up in here, it works perfectly for a helmet. So in order to do this with the DJI, you have to have this extra thing plugged in here to the side, which is $50 freaking. I also have a 3.5mm extension right here going into this, so it can fit in my usual spot where I used to use it with a GoPro. So let's go out and test this. Maybe this will give me better audio. Audio is always something on my channel that was done well. It's hard to get good audio inside a helmet. It's very difficult, and for years and years and years, I had like the $5 killer solution. I was really hoping that wireless one would solve all my problems. It just doesn't have the adjustability. This one, however it's built the correct way. The other one, if they ever allow me to adjust the gain and volume and everything like that inside the camera app, then it could definitely work. But for right now, it ain't gonna work. Hopefully this does, otherwise we're back to the drawing board.
Well, now that Cami Bay isn't here to steal it, I get to hop back on the square grouper. And fingers crossed you guys can actually hear me and I'm not just talking to myself, though technically I'm always talking to myself. I know there's a lot of you guys out there that also make YouTube videos, and trust me, I know that one of the biggest annoyances, one of the biggest frustrations is audio. It is for me too, and I've been making 2 videos a week for, what, 14 years now? There's no bigger kick in the dick than hopping off your bike, looking at the footage you took, and then realizing your audio blows. Or isn't even there in the first place. Now, even if you're not trying to make YouTube videos like I do, even if you're just filming your rides, I still think audio is pretty damn important, because if you just strap a GoPro to the outside of your helmet and you film your cool ride through a national park, just like treating YouTube like a photo album, which is half the time that's how I treat it anyway. YouTube's just where I keep my home movies, and I just happen to have a really big family out there. But when it comes to audio, even if all you're doing is wanting to remember what it was like to ride through Glacier National Forest, or ride across the Rockies, or whatever it is, just slapping a GoPro or a DJI on the outside of your helmet, it really doesn't cut it, because what you get is just a ton of wind noise. If you're trying to look back on your memories and relive them, you're just left with this like static white noise, unless you're going, under a certain mile per hour. I think that external audio is almost just as important as the video, even if all you're wanting to do is watch your own footage back. The audio that I want to get from the helmet, I want that to be indicative of what I am actually hearing when I'm on the motorcycle. Like, I want to be able to hear the engine. I do want some wind noise. I don't want zero wind noise. I want to be able to hear my downshifts. I want to hear the snap, crackle, and pop of that T-cell. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? If it's just straight wind noise, then it's not really the experience, is it? And I'm watching this and it just kind of sucks. That wind noise just wears down on you. And all that is assuming that you just want to record it and you're not actually trying to make a video where you're talking to somebody who's watching it, which, trust me, even if you're only talking to a few people, it's still fun. And I know people who ride motorcycles on every single continent on this earth. It has just made the world such a smaller place for me, and it's so amazing, and it's been so freaking cool and allowed me to see how people live all over the world. Well, when I say people, I mean dirty hobo swamp wizards, because they're universal, all right? Or at least worldwide. I assume they're universal as well. And I guess you could just take the sound out of it if you got nothing but wind noise, put some music on there or something like that. But to me, that doesn't do it either. I mean, sometimes it's nice to make yourself a little music video. That can be a nice, fun thing to do, but I don't know. To me, it also somehow loses the memory. Now, I usually put some small, really low amount of music in my videos just because I like the way it sounds. I like just a really low, almost can't hear it background music, but I don't want everything cut off with just music. I like to hear what's happening out there. And usually when I do cut it completely out and have just music, it's because the audio sucked at that moment when I wanted to show what I was doing. It really is almost as important as the video, or I would say as important as the video for me. Hell, man, maybe even more important, because I certainly spent a lot more time worrying about how the audio sounded than I ever did about the quality of my video. As I said before, I've been using the same GoPro Hero 4 from 10 years ago to film every single video I've ever done on a motorcycle, man. I've just never upgraded. I got a GoPro Hero 4 Black. I had the Hero 2 and the Hero 3. Once that 4 Black came out, I said, you know what, baby? This one works for me. I'm never upgrading. Well, the time came. I had to do it. And right now, even, I'm not crazy about the Mic Mini sound, but right now, I think I'm really, really liking this DJI. I think it's going to be a worthy successor, and hopefully it'll last me for the next 10 years. The in-camera stabilization was weirding me out a little bit. I had it in what they call Rocksteady Plus, but it was really cutting down my wide angle. So I took some of that away because I also thought it made it look a little weird, and it looked like a weird, like flowing, like no bounces or jittering or shake or anything like that. So I've got it in, but it's still got a little bit of stabilization on it, but a lot less than it had before. We get kind of a wider picture where you guys can see what I see, and I like that. I guess the actual like 4K HD DVD quality isn't so important to me as much as I want you guys to be able to see what my field of vision sees. That's what I really want. And I think with a little bit of stabilization, it still looks good. Y'all let me know in the comments down below, as well as let me know which mic sounds better, this wired mic that I'm using right now, or I really don't think it does, but if you preferred the Mic Mini that was before, the Bluetooth mic, I think it just, I don't know, it didn't really work for me. I don't think it sounded better at all. Maybe I'll try one too with the stabilization completely off and see how that looks so we can compare all three. But looking at it in the editing bay, I feel like this one, like this field of view, this is pretty much like what my eyes are seeing. And you know what? I'm still filming in 1080. 4K can suck my nuts, dude. I ain't dealing with files that big. That's just wild. I know there's a lot of dudes out there who want like this, the razor sharp quality. I don't know. That kind of crap just is, it's just not that important to me. You know, I mean, I just feel like, well, I'm making a bad video, but the actual video quality is 4K and really good and high quality. I feel like nobody's going to watch it anyway, so I'm just going to film in 1080, and if nobody watches it, I'm not going to blame it because I filmed in 1080. It's probably just because I made a bad video. Gotta enjoy this thing while I can. My time is almost up with the Miami device, the square grouper. Literally, this video is coming out a day early on Tuesday, and if you're watching this in the premiere, you have 24 hours left to grab your ticket to win the Honda Monkey or the Buell. We're pulling an early winner. Still a little bit time left on the Miami device, but we are pulling an early winner live 24 hours from now, or I don't know, roundabouts 9 p.m. Central Wednesday. I'll put that date right here because I'm bad with dates. So click that link down below and make sure, in addition to being a dirty hobo swamp wizard, you're also a bad person doing good things.
Well, seeing as we only have 24 hours left from the time you're seeing this, at least if you caught it on the first day it was out, I better get this Buell to give us an idle, seeing as it's one of the bikes up for grabs. So let's go ahead and pull this carburetor off and see what we can do about that. Now, if this carb proves to be unsavable, you can get replacements of these pretty easily from Buddy Bezos. Next day delivery for about 50 bucks. Cheaper than rebuilding it, honestly. But if we can keep the original equipment, we will. We should probably keep that. Gotta love how easily Harley-Davidson carburetors come out. Again, the joke being that you have to take them out because they always need to be worked on, but if you've ever tried to take the carburetors out of a Yamaha XVS, I forget what they were called, a lot of the Japanese twins would have two carburetors in between the cylinders facing each other, and getting those things out would make you lose your religion. Loosen up these throttle cables a little bit and we are out. Talk all the shit you want about it needing to be easy. I'll take the fact that it's easy. And our Vose unit. One last thing. Okay, now we're out. I can definitely tell this poor little Mikuni has seen better days. Yikes. Let's see what it looks like on the inside. Probably not much better than it looks like on the outside. Although I have been surprised before. These float bowl screws have definitely seen better days. We'll be replacing these, so whoever gets this motorcycle next does not have to deal with this shit. In fact, that one's probably gonna have to be smashed out with a Torx. Well, they might all have to get smashed out with a Torx. Okay, we got one loose the old-fashioned way. Okay, two. Two came out easy. Two are choosing the path less traveled. Come on now. Usually this works. I might actually have to drill these out. They're made of freaking butter, so it's not like it'd be hard. Okay, there's one. Come on, you bastard. You're gonna be the difficult one over here? A couple of firmer taps there. I was using metric taps. Had to switch to standard hammer blows. Okay, that got it out. That was the problem. It is a Japanese carburetor, but you know, I still had to use standard hammer blows, not metric. Oof. Yikes, dude. This looks like what's left on the bed sheets at an hourly hotel room. Not good. Well, let's pull out these jets and see if we can unclog them. That is crusty and crunchy in there, baby. Let's see how our power squirter's doing. It's not pee, it's different. Okay, I think I can do this. I watched a tutorial online. Baby, she's a squirter. Now let's get the rest of this thing squirting. Yep, not showing any daylight through this one whatsoever. As you can see, if you can see, unsurprisingly, because I see this all the time when I take these carbs apart, completely blocked. See, no brake clean whatsoever is squirting out of that. We're getting out of the emulsion holes, but we're not going all the way through. Let's apply a little bit of air pressure to the situation. That usually fixes it. There we go. And that came right out. Let's see how she squirts now. Do we go all the way through? There we go. Now, it's always a little bit of wishful thinking to think that all a motorcycle needs to run again is a little bit of a carb clean. You read it all the time on Facebook Marketplace. Just needs to have the carb cleaned. And obviously, this motorcycle needs more than that. But it might not need more than that to run and idle. It just needs a little more than that to be in tip-top shape. Oh, help if I put the freaking guides back on there. Fingers crossed, team. Do we have an idle? Or is it gonna leak gas everywhere? Okay, we got gas going in because I got my power jet working. Slight little bit of leak from the petcock, but that is easily replaced. Come on. Now, before I get any further, let's actually drain this gas tank. I thought it was completely empty, so I put some fuel in it, but what's leaking out of the petcock right down here, I go, oh, let me actually take care of that because it's leaking on the starter. Not a good thing. Starter, there can be sparks down there. You definitely don't want gasoline leaking on your starter, of all places. So I'll putting my finger in there and giving it a sniff. I don't have the best sense of smell in the world, but that doesn't smell like anything. And water is definitely heavier than gasoline, which leads me to believe that since that's what's leaking out of the petcock, you probably had some water in the bottom of this tank. So I'm gonna go ahead and drain it and drain the carburetor float bowl and make sure we have some fresh gas in here because I think there was some water at the bottom of it. Oh yeah, I can see the way it's beating up down here. That definitely has water in it. Look at that. That is completely clear. That's definitely water, boys. You know how I know it's water? Because I put two-stroke gas in here, which is red. So until this turns red, we're draining out straight water from this tank. Wow. That's crazy how much water was actually in there. Still straight water coming out of here. Golly, no wonder this thing wouldn't run. Are we gonna turn red anytime soon? Of course, this looks like a lot's pouring out, but it comes out of the petcock so slowly that it isn't really a lot. It's not like gallons. Petcocks have a very slow flow rate. There we go. Now we're starting to turn into gas. We're just gonna go ahead and drain. Yeah, I put about a gallon in there, but we're just gonna go ahead and drain everything. I don't trust it. Life is hard. It's harder when you're stupid. While I'm waiting for the gas tank to completely drain, I'm gonna take the carburetor off once again because any job worth doing right is worth doing twice, right? Right. I'd like to think that I could just put fresh gas on top of it, but if you don't know, you would be surprised at how long your motorcycle can run on what's just in the float bowl. I've seen motorcycles run for literally for minutes with just what's on in the float bowl of the motorcycle when it's just idling and it's not under load, which means that if that's full of water, I'd probably kill the battery cranking it just trying to pass that water through. And again, that's also passing all that water through the engine, which is not a good thing. So we're just going to pull it off and drain that float bowl. Oh yeah, that's straight freaking water. Here's something to watch out for too. When I pulled this carburetor off, the boot came with it. Now, if you try to stick this back on there without the boot on the intake and it's on the carburetor instead, you will never get the proper seal. So keep an eye out for that, because you can put it on there, but it is not going to be sealed correctly. And like I said, slow flow rate. After all that, we were actually still draining gas from this tank, and there wasn't much in there. But at least it looks like gas now. So I'm gonna go ahead and hook up my remote unit here, and let's see if we can get it started on that while we finish this gas draining. God damn it. There we go. Yeah, sometimes, believe it or not, sometimes all a leaking carburetor needs is a couple of taps, man. Just make sure that they're standard taps, not metric taps. Sometimes you take it apart, put it back together, and your float bowl isn't rising. A couple of taps solves it right away. Okay, now we have actual fuel in there. That's a good thing. All right, what we got now? Much better. Why not? Instantaneous, baby. Dang, settles into an idle just like that, too. There was never a doubt in my mind. Why would there be? Letting doubts enter your mind includes the possibility of failure. And when failure's not an option, well, you got no other choice but to succeed, right? Right. Falls directly into a perfect idle. We love it, baby. We love it. The Sportster engine, once again, Evo Sporties reign supreme. Well, next up, if there was water in the gas tank, I'm not gonna put it outside the realm of possibility that there's water in the brakes too. So we're gonna do a complete brake system flush on top of this because I'm hoping that I put it on the road and it just goes. But if it just goes, well, it's definitely gonna have to whoa too. Let's flush this out. Let me clean up here because something else that's definitely not Harley Davidson on the Buell, that's just this mix of Harley Davidson parts and not Harley Davidson parts. It uses .4 brake fluid, which is definitely better than .5, but not better for your paint job. Well, I don't want to go too far or too fast, but can't make the Buell run and then not ride it. Hell yeah. Definitely can't go too far because I didn't have very much gas left to put in this thing. It's always crazy when you jump on a bike that hasn't ran in a while and the bike is fast. It always makes it feel like Red Barchetta, just whipping the dusty covers off some ancient beast. The Buell definitely feels like that. Again, I'm not gonna push it too hard. I'm not gonna take it too far because, again, I think I've got like freaking just a cup of gasoline in the thing and it needs a few more things to be safe. But if you thought I wasn't gonna get on old Red Barchetta, well, I guess this one's orange sherbet Barchetta and rip it once. Oh yeah. Still rips, baby. After all, we're pulling a winner in less than 24 hours and the Buell is up on the chopping block. It is up for grab. I can't exactly say, hey, you could pick the Buell even though it's a little bit of a project if you haven't at least seen it move down the street. Yeah, we'll go with that. Not just the fact that I wanted to twist it wide open. All right. Half the battle is knowing thyself, and I know myself. If I don't put this thing away soon, I am definitely gonna find out exactly what else on it really needed to be fixed before I took it out for a spin. So let's err ever so slightly on the side of caution. But we got ourselves a runner, boys. And we're back. I wasn't super happy with how the audio turned out with my old school laptop mic either, which leads me to believe it's just something in how the DJI processes audio. I just don't know enough about electronics or audio or cameras to know about that kind of stuff. I think it sounded slightly better than the wireless mic, but it didn't sound as good as my old footage did. Now, one more thing to try. I went ahead and contacted DJI support because I just was like, man, there's no way you can't adjust the gain on these things. There's got to be some way to do it. The internet wasn't letting me know, so I contacted them, and this is not a sponsored video, by the way. Never gotten any camera for free, and certainly not from DJI. I bought all this stuff. I paid full price for it. Unfortunately, I paid full price for it because it was freaking expensive, but I contacted their customer support, and not only did they show me how to do it, but they actually go, hey, would it help you if we sent you a video on how to do it? And I said, absolutely it would help me if you sent a video. So the person who was talking to me on support took a video of them showing how to adjust the gain on these things, and that really helped a lot. I thought that was worth noting that their customer service was above and beyond. So this transmitter, once the DJI is on, you turn this on. I've already connected it before, should automatically connect. Yep, right there. Now where I was looking before was in the settings. Go in here, pick your wireless mic. I can see it's at 100% battery, and the only thing I had was to adjust the monitor volume, which would be if I was listening to it through earphone. And that's all I could find. Is if you press the little two things right here, Pro settings, turn those on, and then you click on the little transmitter that's on there right there. And once you click that, you can go in and adjust your gain. I've got it set for -6 right now. We're gonna go record with this, see how it sounds. And on the way back from where I'm going, I'm gonna set it for -12, which is the lowest gain it can go, and see how that sounds. And we'll see if we can get any better out of this. Because I'll tell you, I really wanna be able to use this. It's really, really convenient. In fact, I filmed a video at Bert's Barracuda. It was a video that came out previous to this on Sunday. I forgot my DSLR at home, got out of the car, I had this with me, and I was able to use this camera, this wireless mic to not only film the footage I took on the bikes, but I filmed the entire video with this and this mic with one single battery on this camera and this little mic right here. Pretty damn impressive considering my normal GoPro Hero 4 battery without a battery eliminator only lasts about 30 to 40 minutes tops, and that's if it's not very hot outside. So I really want to be able to use this combo. Let's see how it works. Here's to hoping, baby.
One man carrying another on his back, another refusing to be carried. Each man found out who he was.
By the way, Joe Abercrombie just came out with a new book and it automatically hooked up to this system. I don't think I'll be playing the book while I ride the bike, but it is really good.
You're excellent.
Yeah, for all the upgrades this has, I really want it to work because it's the first camera that I've ever seen where it's enough. It actually is so much better than the Hero 4. None of the other action cameras that have come out before this, to me, have offered me anything I wanted. Slightly longer battery life, you know, slightly better picture, but I don't think any of them were that much better than the GoPro Hero 4, especially because I film in 1080, so the fact that they could do 2.7K or 4K is just meaningless to me. This one, even the video quality, what I've seen so far, it just looks like it kind of bumps up the saturation a little bit, so the greens look greener, the reds look redder. Honestly, if I just went and edited my GoPro footage for my Hero 4, I could make it look like that, but I guess this does it already and it doesn't look bad. A little more accurate to what I'm seeing with my eyes. The GoPro flattens things out a little bit, but I don't really care that much about that stuff. For me, it's 100% about the battery life, so I don't have to think about it. The reliability, the waterproof aspect of it, which would be really important for me with this wireless microphone, because I could leave all the ports in place and have a totally waterproof camera on the front of my helmet that I don't have to pull over and take off in the rain because I have a wireless mic on the inside of my helmet. So fingers crossed that my voice still sounds good, or at least better than before. And you can also hear the motorcycle. We'll see about that. I'll tell you, I'm not even recommending it yet. This is literally my first 4 or 5 days with the camera and this mic, so this is not me recommending this. This is just me testing it out. Don't go out and buy one just yet. I might decide it sucks next week. Looks like something's on fire up there. Yeah, something's definitely on fire. Let's go ahead and turn around. I guess that makes me a bad YouTuber. Somebody else would be like, well, let's go stick our camera on what's on fire, but I'm trying to go to the DMV. I'm trying to inspect a fire right now. There's a fire truck there. I think they got it handled. They don't need a dirty hobo swamp wizard's help with a fire right now, okay? I think my Good Samaritan status is still in good standing. Besides, I ain't about to wait in line to see a fire. I'd much rather feel the wind in my face. Especially since it's very much firmly summertime here in Florida. All right, let's take the shortcut. Or I guess probably the long cut. It's definitely a little bit more of a haul to go out to the Plant City DMV to register a motorcycle, a rare motorcycle registration for me. Normally I just have like a couple of plates and I just switch them between all the motorcycles, but I got a motorcycle in the P&W and we're about to head back up there. I guess I'm gonna have to actually register it so I have a plate out there. I wonder if they're gonna make me pay my tolls when I get there. They're always freaking calling me about that, but I'm like, whatever, dude. I pay them once a year whether I need to or not. I also think my license might be suspended. I'm not sure. I think it might be, though. As they say, ignorance is bliss, which is why I hate going down there. They tell me stuff I don't want to know. They're always just like, Shade Tree Surgeon, your registration is expired. Shade Tree Surgeon, your tolls are in collection. Shade Tree Surgeon, your license is suspended. Shade Tree Surgeon, there's a bench warrant for your arrest. I'm like, come on, man. I was just having such a good day before I went in here, and you told me all this crap. And if I hadn't just come in here, I wouldn't know any of it, and I'd still be having a great day on my motorcycle. Just a real bummer, those people are. Real bummers. So come on, man. I ain't hurting nobody. Just leave me alone. It's only bad if everybody does it, okay? If just I do it, and just I don't pay these tolls or renew any tags, or doing anything. If it's just I'm the only one that does it, it's not really that big of a deal, okay? Oh, bad day, buddy? Oh, looks like I'm not the only one with a bench warrant today. 2-hour wait, that's gonna be a hard pass for me.
all right though. I'll spend the rest of my day having a good time because I don't know if I have a warrant or not. I went ahead and switched it over to -12 gain and high noise reduction instead of low noise reduction. We'll see if this makes a difference or not. I don't know how either one of them sounds right now. To be honest with you, I don't know that much about gain and volume and all that kind of stuff regardless. So I'm kind of just shooting in the dark here. I'm just hoping I can get something that ends up working for me. And I know that anybody in the comments who does know about sound, because I know you guys are out there, you will explain to me exactly what I need to do this, and if it's even possible, because it looks like adjusting the gain is the only thing I can do. I can't adjust the actual volume of the microphone. If I could adjust the volume and make it just pick up less, that would really help me out, but unfortunately that definitely is not an option. Worst comes to worst, I guess maybe running it through some kind of filter afterwards. Really trying to avoid that though. And now you guys are seeing why I really just fought upgrading for so long, because I don't want to have to figure all this stuff out. I had the GoPro Hero 4 figured out. There was nothing new to me about that camera. I knew how to make it do exactly what I wanted it to do. This camera, I'm having to figure it out. Now I'm thinking that the trade-offs are worth it, specifically the battery life is just so damn good on it that I don't have to run an external battery pack. The fact that it's got an easily removable clip from my helmet so I can either take it with me or stow it on the bike when I'm leaving my helmet on the bike. The Bluetooth mic, if I want to use this as a camera off the motorcycle if I'm out exploring somewhere, there's just a bunch of stuff about it that really make me want to use it, and I guess I'm just gonna have to suffer through figuring out a new piece of technology. I am nothing if not a Luddite. Well, y'all, that's gonna about do it for this one. Make sure you've got all your notifications on, because we're live streaming tomorrow and pulling an early winner who will get to choose between that monkey right there or the Buell M2 Cyclone. Or if you want to turn those things into cash, we'll just give you a cash prize instead. Regardless of what you pick or whether you win or not, this is something you can feel good about. Forgotten Angels is doing real work out there. These are people who are helping those most at risk in America. Young men and women who never even got a chance to fail. These are kids, some of whom who even already have kids. Kids who were abused by their parents, who were let down by the system. Kids who never had anybody to rely on, anyone to count on. Well, that's where all of us come in. For 25 bucks, yeah, you could win a bike, but for 25 bucks, you could change somebody's life, and together, we're changing the world. Make sure you grab your ticket now. If you'd like to wait till the last minute, now is the time. Live streaming tomorrow and picking a winner. That link's down below. Be a bad person doing good things. Until next time, y'all, keep it weird.
Crashing through the sky comes a fearful cry. Shade tree, army. Shade tree, army. Armies of the night, evil taking flight. Shade tree, army. Shade tree, army. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Panic spreading far and wide. Can the world oppose the deadliest of foes? Shade tree, army. Shade tree, army. Who will risk it all to end the evil call of Shade Tree, army. Shade Tree, army. They never give up, they never say die, walking tall with banners high. Shade Tree Army, a ruthless gang of scum, villains, freaks, and bikers determined to rule the world.